In the spirit of St. Patrick's Day that just passed, and as someone that lives in Boston, this shoe came at the right time to the right place. The Air Jordan 1 Low Lucky Green. So the Air Jordan 1 Low Lucky Green went under the radar. I don't actually know where this shoe released overall. I never saw it on Nike.com, I didn't see it on Sneakers app. Maybe it's a restock and it's not even a release. I don't know. If you know the answer, please comment below. But I happened to see it on Finish Line on March 8th for $110, so I got them. And in April of this year, there's actually another Air Jordan 1 High Lucky Green, but that one features a white base layer rather than the two-tone black and green that you see on this shoe. I generally like Jordan 1 lows, and as someone that lives in Boston, it's perfect to go to a Celtics game. I'm not a Celtics fan even though I live here. I didn't grow up in the US, so I don't really have any special ties from childhood to a particular city. So if you're a Celtics hater, just leave me alone. But after looking at the shoe and thinking about it a bit more, I think I would have been fine without these. And here's why. Here we go. The upper sole of this shoe is 100% leather apart from the tongue in the two-tone colorway of black and green. Now the leather on this shoe, very average, and it's to be expected at a price range of $110. That's like a cost of a non-SB Nike Dunk, so no surprises there. Now generally I do like green shoes, but probably shoes with green accents. On this shoe, when you see it in hand, there's a lot of green, and it just kind of stands out a bit more than I imagined in my head when I first saw the images. Of course, like every other Air Jordan 1, this comes with a rubber midsole and a rubber outsole with a Nike Air unit in the heel, and it features one of the most iconic outsoles in the sneaker industry. Absolutely love that. And on the booty of the shoe, you see the Wings logo stitched on the heel. Now unfortunately for this Air Jordan 1, it is not an OG version of the Jordan 1 lows. So a few differences: a non-OG Jordan 1 low has the Jumpman on the tongue instead of the Nike Air. And in my opinion, I like the shape of the tongue on the OG version of the Jordan 1 low, so it's less dominant on the shoe. And instead of the Jumpman on the insole, the OG version has Nike Air on the insole. So my question is, why not just make every Air Jordan 1 low the OG version? Now of course the Jordan 1 low OGs of today aren't exactly identical to the 1985 OGs, but at least it's close. Closer than a non-OG Jordan 1 low. I just don't get it. I don't know a single person that prefers a non-OG Jordan 1 low over the OG. Again, Nike knows what we want, but they're just gonna dangle this piece of salmon in front of a bear and just tease us. Just tease us. Of course, this shoe doesn't come with extra laces, because how could Nike spend an extra cent on your shoes? How dare we even anticipate extra laces? The box of the shoe is a black Jumpman box with a golden Jumpman on the top, and the paper inside has the number 23 all over. I actually kind of like these types of boxes. Now moving on to sizing, I'm a size 9.5 true to size. I do have wide feet, but I found that in Air Jordan 1s, I can always go true to size. It's not too snug for my liking, I have enough room in the toe box to be comfortable, so even if you do have wide feet, I'd recommend just going true to size, and if you do want a looser fit, just maybe loosen up the laces. Now to give the shoe a total sole score, the first metric is colorway. It's a very Celtics colorway, however generally I do like green and black. It's a solid colorway that I really like, but not as much as say like a UNC blue or a Georgetown colorway. So for colorway, I'm gonna give this shoe a 4 out of 5. The next metric is material, and it's not great. The leather is stiff, it feels kind of synthetic. I will say at least the ankle collar is padded nicely. But overall, you can tell this is a lower price point shoe, and compared to some other Jordan 1s at a slightly higher price point, pales in comparison. So for material, I'm gonna give this shoe a 2 out of 5. The only thing saving it from a 1 out of 5 is I've truly seen some non-SB Nike Dunks at the same price point with leather that's just despicable. The next metric is comfort. I've never found the Jordan 1s to be the most comfortable shoe. I think it's a pretty stiff shoe overall. Even if you break it in, it still feels stiff compared to some other shoes. And the inside, even though it's decent, compared to a shoe like the Jordan 13s, which are mad comfortable, it just doesn't hold up. The cushioning is fine, but it's not like I'm gonna play ball in them, so I'm not really pushing the cushioning to the boundaries. But the stiffness of the Jordan 1 has always been one of my gripes about the shoe overall. So for comfort, I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. The next metric is versatility, and of course the Jordan 1 high or low, one of the most versatile shoes ever. And I think this colorway is pretty versatile as well. Green's not everyone's cup of tea, but I think it's just got enough black to offset the, I guess, loudness of the green. Just an overall easy to wear shoe. You don't have to be a Celtics fan to be able to wear this easily. There's some NBA teams where their colors just lends itself well to a wide variety of different occasions, like the Chicago Bulls. Black, red, white, you cannot go wrong even if you're not a Bulls fan. I think the Celtic green kind of falls into the same territory. Green is a pretty commonly used color, and paired with black, which is obviously a super common color, it just works well. So for versatility, I'm gonna give this shoe a 4 out of 5. And the last metric is storytelling. Apart from the colorway itself, there's no storytelling. MJ had some classic matchups against the Celtics. He dropped 63 in the playoffs once, even though the Bulls still lost. Larry Bird famously said that's God disguised as Michael Jordan after the game. There's just so many things you could have done with MJ's history with the Celtics. And I don't know officially if Nike's trying to reference MJ's history with the Celtics with these lucky green colorways, but I think there's such a great story to tell there that they're just kind of missing the boat. So for storytelling, I'm gonna give this shoe a 1 out of 5. And that brings the total soul score to 13 out of 25, unfortunately tying the lowest score for any shoe that I reviewed. Now overall, with hindsight, I probably didn't need these shoes. I like the colorway in particular, but the non-OG shape, the subpar materials, just doesn't really do it for me, and I'm kind of questioning why my instinct was to get this shoe in the first place. But like the name suggests, I'm hoping getting these shoes will bring me some luck. So that's it, thanks for watching Soul Inclined. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. Let me know what you think of the Jordan 1 Low Lucky Green. And remember, just remember, wear your shoes.